Welcome to Nords of the Light.
Whoa! We're in Skyrim, guys.
Jesus.
Nords of the Light.
Welcome to Nords of the Light. With me, as always, your Nord of Punishment. Say hi, Scribe.
Gertie.
And your Nord of Pennies is been replaced with Sinatra. Say hi, Sinatra.
Hi.
And I'm your Nord of Pain, who can't speak properly, so you get this tonight. Yay! It's a good day, guys. You know why?
I know why.
I know why.
I don't imagine she'll ever hear this, or if she does, it'll be sometime in the future, but I would like to sing solo, if that's all right. You can sing solo later. Happy birthday to a very special little sour-faced lady. Little Aaliyah 2 cents. Born sometime around midnight my time, last night, this morning, or whatever. Mm-hmm. You get that super chat real quick.
Thank you, Terry Diamanis, who says, being a father must be rough. Satsu looks pale.
Yeah, well, all the blood drained out of him when his daughter came into the world. But all that is preamble. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leah. Happy birthday to you.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Little Squeetus, little Concretia. Our very own Aaliyah is in the world now. She was born, as Scribe said last night, sometime, I think it was around, she was born at 1:02 a.m. actually.
Aha, okay.
East Coast time. Weighing 8 pounds, 1 ounce, being 19 and a half inches long. I didn't even have to look that up. I know that by heart now. But, she's not coming into the world without me singing happy birthday to her. You guys are welcome to join in.
No, I want to hear this all by yourself for once.
Oh, I do it all by myself all the time.
All by myself.
Little Miss Aaliyah. Welcome to the world. I hope you find it well and enjoy it as much as I do. This one's for you, sweetie. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear little Leah. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. Hi, Weebo. I was going to ask you if you want to be on, but you always tell me no. So,
Weebo.
What? This was after I asked you. I was going to have a fourth.
A foursome. Oh boy, Weebo, get in here. There's 3 men waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
I went right to you first because, one, you were nice enough to offer to stand in when we need you through Satsu's absence here.
Yeah, I'm an amazing guy like that.
You are. Boy, what the fuck, monkey? What? I'm just saying. Anyhow, how you guys doing tonight?
She wants the link, yo.
Oh, I'll throw it to you in just a sec. How you doing tonight, Scribbles?
I'm all right. I had a very ridiculously lazy day. I woke up at like 2 a.m. my time, and my first thought when I woke up is, I wonder if the baby's here. And so I dragged my zombie self over to my computer, turned everything on, checked in, and there she was, little video of her looking at her daddy all scrunched up and suspicious. And I was happy to see that. And then I crawled back into bed and fell asleep for another couple hours.
Nice.
And the rest of the day I've been not nearly as productive as I'd hoped to be, but I'll have to be productive tomorrow. So there's that. How are you, Sinatra?
I'm doing all right. Not a bad day at all. Got my office all done and ready to be worked in, I guess. Only took 3 full days.
Guys, I just threw the link of the very first video of Aaliyah. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you can go check that out. My day was it was okay. I am still tired, man. I am still damn tired.
Well, after like a 16-hour stream and then getting up and doing it all over again.
I'm just not sleeping well. I hadn't slept well before that, which was the real big problem, and that just screwed me all up. Hi, Weibo. How are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm good.
Welcome to our...
I just got off air. And now I'm back.
You just got off what?
I just got off air because I had my own stream right before that.
I saw that.
Yeah.
You're in the dark all by yourself.
Well, I just got moved in and everything situated, so.
All by myself.
I am actually. Both of my housemates left for the weekend.
Uh-oh. Party time!
But I don't have any other friends.
Oh, you sound so lonesome. Do you want some company?
No, you guys are fine.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, for the record, I wasn't offering.
You just break Scribe's heart like that. It's fucking cold.
Hey, they were fine. He's a big boy. I believe.
For the record, guys, tonight there's not a 2 cents plus stream, but I will stream over on my channel after this with some more No Man's Sky, just to give you something to watch. But other than that, Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games, hit that like button and share, guys. Share, because sharing is caring, and don't you care about your friends? I mean, I know they're assholes, but you should care about your friends. Anyway, Scribbles, we got any news tonight?
Yeah, we got news that makes me angry.
That's my favorite kind.
Yeah, you might almost think I'm bringing up a story from a couple of months ago.
Oh, dear God. What are we talking about now?
Well, let me tell you. Genius continues in the world. A 6-month-old girl in critical condition after Texas border crossing.
Come on.
Can you imagine in what geographical feature?
The Rio Grande?
Oh, monkey, you've been cheating. A 6-month-old girl was in critical condition after crossing the U.S.-Mexico border with her father in the Rio Grande Valley in Texas, U.S. Customs and Border Protection said Saturday. The girl was among a group of 21 people apprehended about 1:30 a.m. Thursday near the Roma port of entry Thursday after crossing the Rio Grande into the United States, according to a CBP statement. The baby and her father were transported to the Rio Grande Valley Sector's Central Processing Center, where medical staff at 9:20 a.m. determined that she needed hospital treatment. She was taken with her father at 9:40 a.m. to Edinburgh Regional Children's Hospital in Edinburgh, Texas, and later transferred by helicopter to Driscoll Children's Hospital in Corpus Christi, Texas. Because remember, guys, when children come across the border, CBP immediately tries to kill them. Just so you remember, as we've all been told. Yeah.
This actually angers me.
Tell me more.
This is look. If this, God forbid, they can't save this little girl and everything, it'll be blamed on them. You're like, look what they did to her.
Yep.
Her father putting her, or mother. I'm sorry, it was father, right?
Yes, father. Well,
yeah,
maybe mother was in there somewhere, but it was the father that had her in his custody or whatever.
Dragging this kid through that is not a slow running stream. It is a deep, fast moving body of water. And these assholes keep taking their kids in there. Gee, fuck them.
Well, setting aside even whatever journey they made prior to that through desert territory.
Well, after the story a couple months ago, there were several stories about Border Patrol. Like, we pull dead people out of this all the time.
Yeah, it was just because there was a photograph of it. That's the only reason. I mean, I have extended family who work or they work for border security, and I asked them one time. I said, "So, how bad is it really?" And he says, "Before I got this job, I was a cop, and I thought I'd saw some pretty bad things. There's nothing worse than someone intentionally putting themselves into death." for when they could do it themselves. I mean, he called it like rampant suicide, because that's effectively what it is. If you're dragging yourself through the desert and then trying to get across a rushing river and taking your children or yourself or whoever, these stories like this just piss me off, and it happens a lot more than people are talking about. There's not photographs of it. It doesn't get talked about that much because it's so fucking tragic and it doesn't make the news. But all we hear is, at the end of the story, in fact, at least 6 children have died, 5 in recent months, after making the treacherous journey to the U.S. and being apprehended by federal immigration authorities. Yeah, as though it's their fault.
Then stop giving their...
As though the factor that led to their deaths was being apprehended by federal immigration authorities, not being dragged through the fucking desert and then drowned in the fucking river or brought over with some disease by their parents. And let's not even mention how many non-children, adults, teenagers, and onward have also just perished across the border trying to get across without following the rules. Sorry, this, like I said, this story and stories like this piss me off.
Well, it's fucking awful.
It is.
And it's 100% avoidable.
Yes.
I want this thing and I need it now. So fuck everybody else. Fuck the people I have to watch out for. Fuck the children. I'm doing this.
Yeah, the one with the photograph. From what I recall, their reason for going across the river was because the port of entry or the bridge to get to the port of entry or whatever was closed until the next day.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't wait a day. And if this, I hope beyond all hope this little girl survives. But like a child left in a hot car, there should be hoops beyond galore for that father to ever get near that kid again, in my book. I don't know how much more negligent you can get than by throwing your daughter, 6-month-old daughter, through the desert and then into a rushing river and not maybe just have lost your rights to take care of that kid. But who knows? Anyway.
Anyway, quick aside here on a much, much, much happier note. Satsu's in chat. Hey, bud, I hope the family is doing well, dude. Congratulations. She is so beautiful. Turn off that light. She'll stop scowling at you.
Yeah, no. She was squinting. She's like, it's too bright. Damn it.
Oh, geez.
Anyway, I got other stories. They're somewhat happier story, or maybe, compared to that, I suppose. How about some politics? You like politics?
It depends on which ones.
I find this one interesting, given the zeitgeist, let's say. The Democratic National Committee votes against allowing 2020 candidates to participate in climate change debate.
I saw that.
This is so... I thought I stepped into the mirror universe when I read this headline. Democratic National Committee members at their summer meeting on Saturday rejected a resolution that would have confused the party's stance to bar presidential candidates from participating in single-issue or unsanctioned debates. Okay. The language that was rejected, inserted at the behest of climate change activists during a strongly contentiously? You mean strongly contentious?
No.
Or just
both.
Strongly, I'm reading it as it's written, guys. Strongly contentiously resolutions committee meeting on Thursday said the DNC, quote, will continue to encourage candidates to participate in multi-candidate issue-specific forums with the candidates appearing on the same stage, engaging one another in discussion, unquote. Democratic presidential candidates are barred from appearing together on stage outside of DNC-sanctioned debates. The committee's approved language from Thursday, quote, essentially lifted the ban on candidates being unable to appear together on a stage at a forum or a candidate gathering. Washington State Democratic Party Chair Tina Podlodowski, sounds like one of Weibo's brethren, a leader in the effort, told CNN. DNC members defeated the move to lift such a ban Saturday in a 222 to 137 vote. There were multiple observers from both sides who monitored the vote count. Prior to the voting, DNC Chairman Tom Perez set up a system for members on both sides to speak about their reasoning. This goes on for a while, but...
Real quick, let me get this from Darkshade. Thank you so much. What's Scribe got? $20, a clue, an apple, a tail? I don't know what that's in reference to.
I've got all the people here who like me.
And a tail.
Apparently.
Oh, I am a piece of tail, I tell you what. I keep myself in good shape. Is that, are those noises of desire I hear, Weebo?
Sounds like a little sad goat.
Goat throttle. All right, anyway. Yeah, so this is, I wasn't quite sure how to interpret this after reading all the story. It sounds very legalese, but they're just reining in on what the candidates can or cannot do, basically.
Yeah, they're mad as hell that they're not allowed to go to this climate one.
Yeah.
Which is funny. Guys, you don't want to go to this climate one. You really don't. You've already looked like complete socialists up there on the main debate stage. You don't want to tell them what you guys really think about the climate. So, I mean, what happens if they say to hell with? I mean, it's not legally binding. Will they kicked out of the party? I mean, what? I wonder what the consequences would be. I would guess some kind of slap, like you won't be able to go to one of the main debates, even if you qualify, or maybe a fine from your campaign, something like that.
Okay.
Well, last I heard, Tulsi Gabbard was having a hard time getting into the next one.
Oh, yeah, she was upset.
Yeah, she hasn't met the polling requirements yet.
Well, she also pointed out that between the first and second debate, there were 14. There were a total of 14 different qualifying polls. Mm-hmm. Between the second debate and now, which, by the way, we're at the same time frame as a month, they've had 4.
Do you mean to tell me that the DNC is rigging its rules against its own candidates, Monkey?
No.
I'm not going to say that because I'm not sad.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
I'm not going to say it's not true, though.
Yeah, I too am not sad.
Yes, Jack. Stop offering to poll Tulsi.
Yeah, it's like, Tulsi, may I subject you to a poll? Let's see what else we got.
Pretty sure your poll's not qualified, Jack.
So in some other seemingly good news, I suppose, even though supposedly it's a claim, Israel claims responsibility for airstrikes near Damascus, claims it foiled a large-scale attack. The Israeli military Saturday said it foiled a, quote, pending large-scale attack, unquote, by Iranian forces and Shiite militia on targets in Israel with a series of airstrikes near Damascus. The Israeli Defense Forces claimed responsibility for the airstrikes, saying it thwarted Iranian drone attacks on Israel, according to a statement. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, in acknowledging Israel's responsibility for the attacks, said on Twitter, quote, "I repeat, Iran has no immunity anywhere. Our forces operate in every direction against Iranian aggression. He who rises to kill you, kill him first," Netanyahu said in his tweet, quoting Hebrew scripture. The IDF issued a statement shortly after Syrian state-run news agency Sana said Syria's military intercepted, quote, hostile targets, unquote, in the skies above Damascus. The sounds of explosions were heard all around the Syrian capital, Sana said. Residents in Damascus who asked not to be identified for security reasons told CNN the sounds of the blast seemed to come from near the Damascus airport. Syrian state news channel Al Ikharbara, probably screwing that up, broadcast a breaking news banner stating, quote, "The aggression is ongoing and anti-air defenses are countering and neutralizing hostile targets in the southern area," unquote. And there you go.
Yeah.
Is it war?
It's gonna be.
Yeah.
What is it good for?
Absolutely.
The military-industrial complex.
Jeez, Scribe, you just gotta be like that.
War profiteering.
Sad face.
Okay. And let's see, the last one I've got, because I figured I'd let you do the lightning one, Monkey, if you wanted to do that. So we talked the other, I think it was just last night. I can't. The days are so weird now with the whole baby thing, but I think it was just last night where we talked about Trump tweeting out his China policy and playing chicken with them on companies pulling out of China or not doing business with China anymore.
Yep.
Trump claims he has absolute right to order U.S. companies out of China under a 1977 law. Curious about this one. President Donald Trump claimed he has the absolute right to, quote, order U.S. companies to stop doing business with China that would involve using his broad executive authority in a new and unprecedented way under a 1977 law. On Friday, China unveiled a new round of retaliatory tariffs on about $75 billion worth of U.S. goods, the latest escalation in an ongoing trade war that's putting a strain on the world's two largest economies. In response, Trump wrote on Twitter later Friday, quote, "Our great American companies are hereby ordered to immediately start looking for an alternative to China, including bringing your companies home and making your products in the USA," unquote. When leaving the White House for the G7 summit in France, Trump told reporters, quote, "I have the absolute right to do that, but we'll see how it goes," unquote. He later explained that he was referring to the 1977 International Emergency Economic Powers Act, or the IEEPA, and said in a Friday Twitter, quote, "For all the fake news reporters that don't have a clue as to what the law is relative to," wait, let me try that again. This is Trump typing again, so I'm reading it. "For all of the fake news reporters that don't have a clue as to what the law is relative to presidential powers, China, etc., try looking at the Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977. Case closed," unquote.
Oh, I get what he's saying. What the law is relative to presidential powers.
Right. Okay. Under the IEEPA, the president has to consult with Congress before invoking his authority and, after declaring a national emergency, send a report to Congress explaining why. The authority has been used frequently. There have been 54 national emergencies, 29 of which are ongoing. In the first use of the IEEPA during the Iran hostage crisis in 1979, President Jimmy Carter imposed trade sanctions against Iran, freezing Iranian assets in the U.S., according to CRS, the Congressional Research Service. Stephen Vladeck, a law professor at the University of Texas and a CNN legal analyst, told CNN in May that what Trump wanted to do under the law with Mexico may have been within the authority given to the White House by Congress, though it might not have been what Congress ever intended. Quote, "The idea behind these authorities is that the president is better situated to make those kind of determinations than Congress, especially when they're time sensitive. So I think the president's conduct may well be within the letter of the law here. But as with the National Emergencies Act, I very much doubt this kind of exercise of the authority conferred by the statute is what Congress had in mind," unquote. Well, if it's within the letter of the law.
Well, it specifically mentions for the economic safety of the country. So
yeah, right. So
you don't have to like that he's doing it, but Congress is what happens when you give up your authority, dumbasses.
Let's see. Under the law, though, Congress can end an emergency with a joint resolution. Good luck on that one. Former Massachusetts Governor Bill Weld, who has mounted a long shot bid against Trump for the 2020 Republican presidential nomination, so long shot I forgot he was doing it, called it outrageous, unquote, that a U.S. president would tell U.S. companies how to conduct business. Really? It's outrageous?
Like they've done how many times? What'd they say?
Yeah, how many? Yeah, how many times have every president encouraged automakers to do X, Y, and Z, or to made America great again, etc. Quote, that he believes that he can actually carry out such an outrage is the insanity of a would-be dictator.
Oh, God.
Who follows the law to the letter. Yes, dictators, they really love following laws that were created 40, 50 years before they were even in the office.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Who said this?
Former Massachusetts Governor Bill Weld, W-E-L-D. He's apparently, and I think I vaguely remember this, he's trying to run against Trump for the Republican nomination next year.
Yeah.
Shit up as I
And then the sirens are going again every day, man. Just emergencies abound over here. Maybe it's an economic emergency. Maybe that's
They coming for you.
the money police. Yeah, they're coming for me.
Yep.
Because my love is criminal.
Oh, sure. Okay.
You don't believe me.
Is that the case here?
All right, I'll mute it for a second.
Do they?
What?
Do
Go
they
ahead.
believe this shit?
Some of them do, sure. And especially with him, I mean, he's desperate to get his name in the paper because nobody's going to vote for that asshole.
Fucking
Right.
insanity.
Anyway, those are all the stories that I had pulled up. So if you want to do lightning round, Monkey.
Sure. Lightning strike at Tour Championship.
At what?
6 people were injured Saturday when lightning struck a 60-foot pine at the Tour Championship, where they were taking cover from rain and showered them with debris. The third round of the season-ending PGA Tour event had been suspended for about 30 minutes because of storms in the area. And you idiots hid under a giant pine tree?
Yes.
That's where you're supposed to hide, don't you know?
Yep.
Under the tallest object around.
Oh, dear fuck.
I learned not to do that from a G.I. Joe PSA when I was like 5.
Have you ever seen the
They had
The-
G.I. Joe PSA?
PSAs?
Oh, I've seen all the fake G.I. Joe. Those are awesome back in like the early 2000s. Like pork chop sandwiches. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. All that.
Those are hilarious.
They're great.
They had G.I. Joe PSAs?
Oh yeah, at the end of every G.I. Joe thing, it was like the one I remember for the lightning thing was there were kids that were swimming in like this pond or this lake or something, and then like a lightning storm started rumbling in, and then I think it was Shipwreck. I'm not sure. It might have been somebody else, but I think it was Shipwreck that came up with this little parrot. Which, by the way, that character is based off of Jack Nicholson's character from The Last Detail, a movie that nobody remembers, but Randy Quaid was like his first movie. So Shipwreck comes up and says, "Get out of the water, it's dangerous." And they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And as they get out of the water, then lightning strikes the lake. Like, "Oh my god, that could have been us!" And he's like, "Yeah, when you see a lightning storm, stay in an open place and stay away from tall objects and don't go near bodies of water." And it's like, and the kids are like, "Now we know, and knowing is half the battle." G.I. Joe.
What?
I just gave you the entire thing on a platter, Weibo.
Can you do it one more time?
Can you tell how excited I was to give you this information, to educate you?
I don't feel very educated.
Yeah, well, you're a college student.
You don't sound very educated either.
Jeez. Wow.
For the record, all 6 people seemed to be okay. They were breathing and conscious and alert. It was 5 men and 1 juvenile female who had done it.
Wait,
Did it?
what are 5 men and 1 juvenile female doing underneath a tree?
After they-
Getting electrocuted.
Other than that,
Trying to get electrocuted.
that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, guys, seriously. If there's a lightning storm, don't hide under the tallest tree.
Hide under the tallest tree. Got it.
That's how you get killed. They're lucky they didn't get killed. They really are.
Killed.
Anyhow, that's all there is to that story. There was a PGA event. There was some lightning. The event was canceled for the rest of the day. They're picking it up tomorrow. Dumbasses.
Not a cancellation of the most observed thing on TV. The PGA. Oh no.
You know, they really need to do something to get more viewership. I say they make golf a full contact sport.
I would watch the fuck out of Ted.
I mean, we need Vince McMahon
Fuck
to
yeah.
swoop in and buy the PGA and make it X Golf. We need X Golf.
All of that.
Peasy says, "Do what I do. Hide in the kitchen." You know what? That's fair.
No,
Just don't hide under the tallest object.
we need to have all the golfers competing in the thing lined up in a row,
Do it. Do
and
it.
and they are 10 feet. No, they're 50 yards from a single tee and a single ball, and they have to run and fight and scratch to be the guy to hit that ball. And if they can run and do it Happy Gilmore style, more power to them. But they're going to be fighting for that tee.
100% I'm on board with
That's
it.
how it is. That's how it is.
I would pay to see that on pay-per-view.
I know, right? Everybody would. It's $1 million idea. I come up with these things all the time, but nobody believes me.
Scribe, I will pay you $5 for your $1 million idea.
All right, and with that, guys, we're going to move on. Oh, thank you, Cryptic. You donated over on Streamlabs. Went to the doctor today, and he told me to watch my drinking. Here I am drinking in front of my mirror.
Oh.
Well played, sir. Well played indeed. MSS News time. Guys, if there's a story you'd like us to read, hit us up at the hashtag MSS News over on the Twitter machine. We can't get to them all, but that's just because we're all under a tall tree.
Yeah, if there's a lightning storm, hug the closest flagpole.
What fucking idiot thought of that? I thought it was some accidental strike until I just read that story. You deserve to get struck by lightning.
I'm still considering the exchange rate of 5 for $1 million. No, anyway, let's see. MSS News, right. This one comes from Frosted Glass. And this is from something called Arc Digital Media. I have no idea who that is. But the headline is catchy. In defense of Antifa. With far-right violence on the rise, it's time to stop vilifying the activists who work to counter it.
Sorry.
Activists.
I am in mirror universe territory today, aren't I? The Democrats stop a climate change debate. Anyway. Recent terrorist attacks in Christchurch, New Zealand, and El Paso, Texas, have drawn renewed attention to the scourge of violence carried out by far-right extremists. Let's not mention Dayton, right? Don't mention Dayton, which has spiked in recent years and shows no sign of slowing down. Or Steve Scalise. Don't mention Steve Scalise. According to a November 2018 report by the Center for Strategic and International Studies, the number of far-right terrorist attacks in the U.S. more than quadrupled between 2016 and 2017. Period. You're not going to give us the number because it could have gone from 1 to 4, and that would have been correct.
Why do I
know? Who? The
author of this article,
Caroline Orr. Let's see. Did I get a picture? She looks kind of like Gillian Anderson from that picture. But I don't think that's why.
We've read stupid shit from her before.
Could be the case. Let me skip down a bit till we get to the... despite a presence in the U.S. for decades and for much longer in Europe, the collective movement known as Antifa, shorthand for anti-fascist or anti-fascism, didn't make it onto many Americans' radars until 2017. This is in part because the anti-fascist movement has grown in recent years, coinciding with the rise of Trump and the spread of far-right populism across the globe. Anti-fascists have also become more visible as white supremacists and other far-right extremists have increased their activity and started organizing more public events, prompting anti-fascists to meet them wherever they show up. Yes, meet them, that's it. Just to say hi. Just to meet.
How are you?
Yeah, pardon me while I pull out this bike lock in a bag.
Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
Still, most of what anti-fascists do is behind the scenes. Yeah, that's the scary part.
Did you guys see that CNN piece where they had the lady from Antifa and Camus Bell?
No. Oh, I did a video on Camus Bell one time.
You should definitely watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's... what's his show? It's like the United Races of America or something, or the something like that. It's something like that.
It's just some ridiculously dumb shit.
Yeah, I'm forgetting what it's called, but something like that. I'm probably misstating it either way. This goes on for I'm not kidding, guys, 20 pages. This is like a freaking novella.
Read it all.
So a short version is the headline tells you everything that this person thinks about. It's like Antifa is a good thing. It's a necessary counter force to right-wing terrorism. So what if they get a little violent? It's okay because right-wingers are violent first.
Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
Who published this?
This is arcdigital.media. And this is Caroline Orr, O-R-R, and her little bio at the bottom says, feminist, behavioral scientist, freelancer, I study disinformation, psychological warfare, and the extremes of human behavior, then I write about it for you.
Don't worry, she's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Moving on.
I'm sure we've seen that cunt before.
It's possible. Okay, this one comes from Massive Dynamics. We were kind of speculating about this the other night. But Politico takes it on. What happens if Ruth Bader Ginsburg remains too sick to work? And the underheadline is, nothing. History is full of Supreme Court justices who are incapacitated or worse. That's the price of life tenure, and it's worth paying.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah. And that's, I could read this entire article, but that's exactly what the answer is. Unless they retire or die, the court, soldiers on without.
Yep. They'll just have an 8-person decision.
Yeah, that's it. So I could read you the entire article, but it'd be superfluous to that small summary. So there you go. Sorry, Massive. I didn't mean to cut you short, but it's just like, well, that's the answer. Who's next? Okay, we talked about the YouTube deleting BattleBots videos because it's animal cruelty the other night.
Yep.
Yeah, so thank you for that one, Cynical Kathy. This one comes from Jay Reynolds. I saw this picture earlier today, but I don't know the context. Idaho must provide gender confirmation surgery to transgender inmate Adri Edmo, court says.
They must.
Bullshit.
Can you guess what appeals court this was, Monkey?
Ninth Circuit.
You are absolutely right. Boise, Boise, Idaho. I had Ohio on the brain with the Dayton thing for a second ago. The Ninth Circus Court of Appeals has ruled the state of Idaho must provide, I said circus intentionally, by the way, must provide gender confirmation surgery to Adri Edmo, an inmate housed at the Idaho Department of Corrections, according to Boise State Public Radio. That means Edmo will be the first transgender inmate in the country to receive the surgery through a court order.
Oh, boy.
Based on it.
It's just not entirely tax funded at all.
It probably is. Based on Edmo's diagnosed gender dysphoria, a panel of judges agreed with federal district judge B. Lynn Windmill. Okay, I didn't know. I hadn't imagined Windmill was a last name. Ruling in Edmo's favor. They argued that not providing the surgery would be a violation of the 8th Amendment.
What?
You'll have to explain that one to me. I'm curious as to. If I had the decision in front of me, maybe I can find a quote. Governor.
Up my pocket guide to the Declaration of Independence.
Well, this is the Constitution.
It's in here.
8th Amendment.
Okay.
It's cruel and unusual punishment. Where's
excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. How?
Okay. So I'll play devil's advocate.
Yeah, I'd like to hear something about this.
Okay, they've been diagnosed with gender dysphoria. They are not technically a transgender. This wasn't something that just sort of like, oh, I'm going to be special. So it is a psychological disorder, and this surgery wouldn't be inherently denied anybody in the non-prison world if they were advised that would help them and improve their life. So if you are a gender dysphoria diagnosed individual and you are stuck in a prison with a bunch of men, psychologically speaking, you could argue that it would be cruel and unusual punishment without the surgery and a switch of gender.
You could argue it, but I'd laugh at you.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying that would be the argument.
This is a fucking criminal. Do they say what he's in for?
Edmo, who has been living in a men's prison, was born male but identifies as a woman. She is incarcerated at Idaho State Correctional Center. Edmo is serving a sentence of 3 to 10 years for sexual abuse of a child under 16.
Oh, I was going to say...
Are you out of your fucking mind? You're going to make the state pay for a pedo's transgender surgery?
Yeah. Okay.
Suck my dick from tip to balls.
Sorry, but that was gold. I need to put that on a t-shirt.
No, that's your next ringtone.
Suck my dick.
Oh, it's Mom calling.
To balls. Mom, is that you?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
A fucking pedo tranny.
Look, if it's something life saving, yeah, we have to do that. Because they're prisoners, and we can't just go watch them die. Even as despicable as this shitbag is. But no, the state should not be paying for this bullshit.
All right, moving on. This one comes from Teresa Chiera. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Or Chiera, depending on the pronunciation. Nosy woman spying on neighbor gets head stuck in metal gate for 5 hours.
That's kind of funny.
Desserts.
Let's see. Sometimes it's best to mind your own business. A nosy woman who has been trying to spy on her next-door neighbor got more than she had bargained for. The eavesdropping lady got her head stuck into her neighbor's metal gate and couldn't get out for 5 hours. The incident took place in the city of La Virginia in Colombia, where the woman was reportedly trying to eavesdrop on her neighbor. The lady is believed to have been trying to spy on her neighbor and find something to gossip about with her friends. Unfortunately, the nosy woman decided to push her head through the bars of the neighbor's metal gate. Although she managed to force her head through, she was unable to free herself from the gate. The woman's predicament certainly caused some drama in the neighborhood. Firefighters had to be called in to free her from the gate. Although the men tried their best to get the lady out of the embarrassing situation, it took them 5 hours to finally pull her from the bars. It is unclear why it took so long to get the nosy woman out of the gate. However, some believe that the firefighters had a hard time dealing with the situation, because they were also trying not to laugh at the lady's hilarious situation.
Real quick, thank you, Frosted Glass. This is related to the last one. Fine, cut it off, but no anesthesia.
I think the reason might be that given the position and the tightness of the bars around her head, trying to get in a cutting tool without risking hurting her would have been difficult.
Nah.
So anyway, but yeah, that's kind of funny. And the pictures are just this lady. She's just hunched over with her head between the bars and just stuck, can't go nowhere. It's kind of funny.
That is funny.
That's what she gets. Don't be so nosy. What the hell?
Let's see who's next. We talked about. Oh, are we at yesterday's stuff already? Yeah, we are. Okay, that was quick. I will go back up and work my way back down again. Interesting.
Real quick, Ragnar, thank you so much. It's like that guy that stuck his head and arm through the fence he was welding, and after he finished the weld, he was stuck. I didn't see that. That's fucked up.
Can't fix it.
So this one comes from Shady Grin, who is retweeting something from Jack Cochran.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. Twitch suspends popular leftist streamer after controversial 9/11 comments.
Wow. Oh, they did, huh?
Apparently so.
Hassan.
During a Twitch stream earlier this week, popular leftist streamer Hassan Piker made a statement that would, by pretty much any measure, be considered incendiary. Quote, "America deserved 9/11, dude," he said. "Fuck it, I'm saying it." Today, Twitch suspended Piker for 1 week.
For 1 week, of course.
Yeah. Emotions had been running high in the lead up to the statement on Piker's stream. Piker, who is also a host on the online news show The Young Turks, was reacting to an episode of the Joe Rogan podcast, in which the host interviewed recently elected Republican Congressman Dan Crenshaw. Near the start of the interview, Crenshaw, a former Navy SEAL who served in Afghanistan, had made the assertion that prior to 9/11, bin Laden had no reason to hate America except our, quote, Western ideology, unquote, describing that hatred and the acts that followed as, quote, irrational, unquote. Crenshaw went on to argue against the idea that the United States destabilizing foreign policies had sowed the seeds of the 9/11 terrorist attacks. In response to Rogan's comments that people in other countries now dislike us because they've watched civilians die en masse to U.S. drone strikes and other military ventures, Crenshaw suggested that, quote, millions, unquote, of people in countries like Yemen and Iraq are actually, quote, begging, unquote, for the U.S. to establish a bigger military presence and restore order. Ultimately, he concluded that if the U.S. was to pull out of many of the 100-plus countries it is currently occupying in various forms, worse actors would, quote, 100%, unquote, fill the power vacuum. Piker, an American citizen who was raised in Istanbul, Turkey, was vehemently opposed to these comments and said so on his stream. Quote, "This is so insane," he said after watching that portion of the interview. Piker followed this with his statement about how America deserved 9/11. Quote, we fucking totally brought it on ourselves, dude," he then said. "We fucking did. Holy shit. Look at the way that this dipshit is running his fucking mouth justifying genocide right now," unquote. Goes on for another like 10 pages, guys, but that's the gist. You got a week.
Did anybody see the Young Turks bit with him and Cenk?
I only got to see a little tiny bit of it. I still haven't gone back and watched it.
It's definitely worth the watch.
Yeah.
I excuse me. I watched it on a Destiny stream, and Cenk and Destiny were both calling out Hassan. They're like, "This is offensive and stupid. Why would you ever say this?"
Because he's an edgy boy, that's why.
Hassan went on there and said he wasn't saying Americans deserve this. America deserves it.
Because English is my second language.
Yeah. Have fun splitting that hair.
You know about English.
There's no difference, dick.
Yeah. So those buildings totes deserved it, but never mind the people inside.
Yeah, that guy's an idiot. I watched Crenshaw's thing. I watched that part of it at least. I'm like a third of the way into that podcast.
Crenshaw is reminding me too much of a John McCain type figure.
Yeah, I don't agree with Crenshaw that we had nothing to do with. If you, well, I could go on, but there's a lot of things that a lot of dominoes that fell as a result of things that we did there, but also things that happened in Afghanistan because of Russia's invasion. I mean, it's a whole chain of stuff. There's a couple of really good documentaries about this. There's a National Geographic one that talks about the 9/11 plot leading up to it. There's also a documentary on, I think it's Frontline PBS, that talks about Osama bin Laden and the history of things that led up to all that. And you can say, I mean, just like with anything else, fathers dragging their 6-month-old daughters to the edge of a river. You could say, well, ultimately the fault lies with the person who stepped into the lake or the river, and all the stuff going around them doesn't matter. But yeah, anyway.
Thank you over on the Streamlabs Cryptic, who says, went to a Muslim birthday party the other day. It was great fun. We blew up a bouncy castle, threw some stones, and then we had a really intense game of Pass the Package. Let's see if we can find one more good one in there, Scribbles.
A good one you want?
A good one.
Okay.
We've had some rough news today.
I won't do that one because that's about yucky stuff. No, not that one. Everybody's sending me stuff about like murder and rape and stuff. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, at least this one's a survive one. It's like something bad happened, but they survived. All right. Couple injured after falling while having sex over balcony while on holiday.
Guys, no.
Jesus.
Stop it.
The man, 30, and his Canadian lover were taking part in a, quote, passionate sex session, unquote, in full view when they fell 12 feet in the resort of La Canette near Cannes in south of France. They fell over the railings at about 12:30 a.m. on Saturday and were rushed to Pasteur Hospital in Nice. His partner, 28, suffered minor injuries and is believed to have been cushioned by her lover when they landed.
At least it's better than that Russian story.
Yeah, I was going to say, we did one on Ghost Poo where they both fell and that fucking dude landed
exploded.
on the bed.
Yeah. An investigator said, quote, the couple were seen making love on the balcony of their holiday rental flat. They were becoming very passionate indeed and suddenly toppled from the first floor of the villa into the street below. Neighbors called the emergency services immediately. Police are now investigating whether the couple were drunk or on drugs, and nobody else is believed to have been involved.
It wasn't due to foul play. It was just
Maybe
hype play.
they were high on life.
Is that a thing, Scribe? Hype play? Like,
No, this was exhibitionism.
Yeah. Exhibitionism out on the balcony in front of everybody in the world. Yeah.
okay.
Just go do it on the ground if that's your thing.
It's dirty down there. It's not as cinematic.
It's a lot better than falling to the ground.
I don't like heights.
Well, especially if you're part of the Icarus project.
I'm not. Hi, callback.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan
callback.
of heights either. So yeah, if Lady Monkey's like, let's do it on the balcony, which she'd never do, but I'd be like, hell no. Let's do it in here. You can look out the window.
I've done it on the deck before. That was all right.
I don't do heights, so yeah. For those of you who forgot, in Russia there was how far was it? Was it 30 feet, 60 feet? I forget. It was a lot. It was so high that the fat dude landed on the chick, and on the ground there, it looked like a ketchup packet had splattered.
Oh no!
Yeah, they had a picture of the sidewalk, Weibo, and that's what it looked like—a giant ketchup packet had splattered.
No. Yeah, see, that's why I don't do heights.
See.
I don't do
Well,
heights.
you can't do height, midget.
Fuck you.
Oh,
I don't do heights nor snakes and
Nor snakes.
What's that old Carlin bit? I'm not afraid of heights. I'm afraid of falling from heights.
Yeah.
It's not even the fall; it's the sudden deceleration syndrome at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking hate it.
Or the heart attack you have in the middle of it, depending on how high up you are.
Well, this is where I will split hairs because it is the fall that scares me. Just imagine dying, screaming while you're falling, and running out of breath.
You'll be fine till you hit the bottom.
Like
You have to fall a long way to run out of breath to where it actually kills you.
I don't know.
Oh.
I was thinking of like when I took the plane over to England, I thought about what it would be like if the plane crashed. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that would be a fucking long death.
Yes, it would.
I just watched a police body cam video earlier today because that's where I find my entertainment sometimes. And it was this cop was coming up. He was on an overpass running up to a car that had been stopped. One guy was already on the ground. And as he comes up to where the car is, it had pulled over on the side of this overpass. He looks over the edge on his body cam, and there's a second guy from the car hanging off the overpass by one hand, looking up at him. And then he just drops to try to escape.
Smart.
And yeah, he hit the ground at the bottom. He survived, breaking every bone in his body, apparently. But he was lying there, and the cop runs up to him and says, how are you feeling? Not good. Where's it hurt? Everywhere. It was. I mean, it was at first I thought, oh, he's fucking dead. He's dead. But now he survived. It was crazy.
I don't like it.
I don't know. To be honest, that's my worst fear is taking too long to die.
Let's talk about something happier or less like.
Yeah, let's move on to YouTube time.
Yeah, hey, YouTube.
Thank you guys for the submissions. Yeah, we've had just sad news the whole show. We got to move on. We need happy stuff. So, Weibo, what'd you do? What have you been doing on the YouTubes?
Oh, I came out with a video about it's gonna be about Snopes, but I played up some aspects of my video to make it more entertaining. So, like, I had to find a Gregorian chant video because there's an aspect that I'm using in that. I got to wear my old thief costume from side quest because I needed that as a costume. And then I'm also working on an avatar for my channel because, I don't know, I was thinking maybe I could start doing some video-ish things like the way that you guys do videos, you know?
Commentary videos, you mean?
Well, commentary videos with an avatar so I could, like, start getting stuff out a little bit more quickly.
Oh.
But I think the avatar is going to have different body things.
Different body things.
Angles, like facial expressions and stuff.
Oh, like a bearing kind of thing?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Real quick, thank you, Reckless Trucker, who says, I missed the start. Cry, 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 cry. I'm sorry. Well, thank you for the donation.
You can always rewind.
Yeah.
Not going anywhere.
I'm not like some people, Crowder, who make it where you can't watch it as you're, if you miss the start. Crowder.
Seriously?
Yeah. He does that. It's a setting you have on YouTube, but yeah, he does that.
That's BS.
Crowder.
Yeah.
Is that it, Weebs? You got more?
Just that, and then I did a stream today, which Scribe caught, And it was just basically me rambling and updating everybody on what I've been up to and how school's going and moving in and stuff. It was fun.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Scribbles, what you been up to?
Nothing.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
Sinatra, what you been up to on the YouTube?
I put a video up today about Adam ruins everything, not
That was funny.
anything, and a creepypasta. The Adam ruins everything video was about how rich people don't give away enough of their money. Even if they do give away their money, it's still not good enough.
What? What?
Yeah, he said even if they do give away their money, they still write it off later.
And
that robs the government.
how dare they?
I just loved how it ended just suddenly, just like that's it, that's the end.
Yeah,
Like,
he
okay.
didn't put thought into it, and it was a fucking slog and a half to make that video go fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that he's putting out content again, because then I get to make fun of his stupid content.
You know, his stuff is on Netflix, I'm pretty sure.
He's on
It is?
True TV too.
Yeah.
Which really makes it hard to watch Impractical Jokers knowing that it's supporting him.
Yeah, but they're worth it.
They're fucking hilarious. Aren't
I
they?
love the Impractical Jokers. Let's see, what did I did? I did a monkey. What's that?
I wasn't done.
Oh, I thought you were done. You said the two things. Go ahead. Keep going. I'm sorry.
I put out a creepypasta with Drunken Uncle.
Ooh.
Oh, he's creepy enough.
Wait,
Right?
he has a creepy voice?
No, he just did a voice for the one thing I needed.
Oh.
He played a voice for an S.
Was it Jack the Ripper?
No, he was a
Oh.
ghost sign. I was going to ask Ghastly, but I figured, well, he already helped me do another bit. Might as well ask Drunkle, because he's been asking me to put him in the creepypastas forever.
Real quick, Terry Diamandis, thank you so much. You said Adam always does that. If you want to see the second half, you have to sub to True TV.
Oh, no.
Bugger off.
And thank you, Reckless Trucker, who said Adam ruins everything is the chromosomal anomalous Crowder of the left. Anomalous. Thank you, guys. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it. Thank you. God bless. I don't mean to be keeping. There we go.
You even mention Adam, and people get excited.
Seriously? He's so annoying.
Actually, he is the living embodiment of the actually name.
You're not wrong.
That dude's a
Never.
beta bitch.
His hair scares me.
It's hair product. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
That is some insane hair product.
That's a wig.
No, it's expensive, not insane. It's just
That's a
insanely
wig.
expensive.
You think it's wig?
It's got to be.
No, it's natural. It just there's a lot of product in there.
That's a wig.
It's not. I trust me. I know the difference.
Monkey is a Adam Cone over truther.
Yes, I am.
No.
I'm a hair truther.
No.
Are you done now, Sinatra?
It's truth.
Yeah, Sinatra done now.
Yeah, Sinatra, you done now?
No.
Oh, for
What
fuck.
else you got?
My next video is on how Weibo is a bigot.
Oh yeah? How am I a bigot, Sinatra?
Because you're telling me my truth isn't real, damn it.
You're welcome.
Because you don't like snakes. That makes you a bigot.
I fucking hate snakes, man.
Yeah, see, that's talking
I'm
about
with you,
bigot.
sweetie.
Biggest bigot on the planet.
That's right.
Fuck snakes.
No, you can't. Sorry, my dear, you can't be the biggest bigot on the planet, but you can be a bigot.
Fuck you.
Thank you, Cryptic. Adam would let you bang his wife and daughter. Probably.
Yeah.
And he'd stand there and tell you, look, there's no such thing as an alpha male.
That is probably one of my favorite videos ever.
I'm gonna disprove.
I'm still annoyed by that, because that little fucker, whoever it was that claimed that one, they used all 30 days to release it, the little dicks.
Oh.
They did release it, but they took all 30 days. Shitbags.
All right.
They knew they were being dirty. All right. Let's see. I did my monkey in the morning. Very tired. Wasn't expecting to because I ended my game stream yawning my ass off because I did the game stream last night, which, by the way, I'll do another one tonight. I'll be more awake for it, I think. But yeah, I went and did monkey in the morning because I did my game stream and I went upstairs to get something to eat and I sat down to watch. I didn't know what I was going to watch, but Hunters was there and I'm like, I should get back to watching this. I'm on episode 2 of season 1.
Yep, it's a great show.
I enjoyed that, but I was falling asleep, and then I heard Lady Monkey get up. I'm like, what the hell is she doing up? Came down here and talked to her for a minute, and I had left my phone down here, so I come and check my phone, and I see, baby! Where's a baby?
Oh.
And so I was wide awake for a moment, for about half an hour, actually. And so during that half an hour, I was like, we should do a monkey in the morning. And I don't remember what I even talked about. Reckless Chucker, thank you so much. Says at Weibo, snake is a metaphor for penis.
Oh, I'm not afraid of penis. I'm afraid.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's what she tells us.
I don't like snake. I like penis. I don't like snake.
Flip it.
Yep. Ringtone.
All right. That's fair.
Mom, is that you?
Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Okay, with that, we're going to move on to the Humpetry. We'll start with Sinatra this time. You got Humpetry today?
No, I don't think I do. I was not on the internet at all. Let me pull up my Twitter real quick. I had a very busy day today.
Thank you, Pincalo, over on the Streamlabs. Let me get this up here. I'm having trouble getting it up. There it is. 100 more of you hit that like button. That dislike is at almost 50. The hell is wrong with you?
Monkey.
Damn.
Monkey.
People not liking me today, huh?
You're having trouble getting it up, huh?
Well, that's why they don't like me. Don't worry. Their moms love me.
I do have one thing. Well, two things, actually. The first one was I posted a tweet a few days ago with the headline of a news article that said drug overdoses killed 50,000 people in the last year. So I said, oh, wow, if only we made heroin illegal. We need heroin control now. And it got a lot of likes, got like 1,800. And someone said, remember the last time someone used heroin to shoot up a school?
That's what they put it.
What? And I said, no, but I remember when heroin killed an exponent more people than guns did, and just never replied. Oof. And I posted about my broken GPU, which still isn't fixed, even though a lot of people have reached out to.
Oh, you mean Grand Theft Auto?
Yes. I meant to write GTX and wrote GTA. I am smart.
You're smart.
And Twitter, for some reason, still doesn't have an edit button.
Yeah.
I feel that in my soul.
Well, you have to risk getting fired 10 years from now every time you make a tweet.
But yeah, it's about all I have. Pretty much.
It's a feature, not a bug.
It's a bug, not a feature. Yeah, I wasn't on the internet today, so.
You know,
okay, just for the record, guys, I'm having a little bit of connection trouble. All three of you are a little warbly to me. I'm doing my best. So, Weeba, what Humpetry you got?
I mean, I wasn't really online today, but the last.
I have the best guest for tonight.
Wow. Gee, no, thanks. Wow. Okay. But if you were following me on Twitter for the last week or so, you'd notice that I've been interacting with someone who shall remain nameless, but he was a good time. He was a lot of fun to play with on the internet because he would make these words and pretend like he was more intellectual than anyone else he was disagreeing with, and it was a lot of fun. I'm not entirely sure what. No, I do remember what started. I made a tweet about how I was so hardcore because I drank orange juice after I brushed my teeth, and then it was all downhill from there.
As it tends to be when you.
Oh yeah, totally.
You make a joke, everyone's on you.
Mm-hmm. You know what's funny is that as for as much trouble as I get into online, I've yet to actually be banned or get like a content strike or something for like anything that I've ever been on. I've never been suspended or claimed, or no, not claimed. What is it? Is it community struck?
Community strike, yeah.
Yeah, that's never happened to me. Now that I say that, knock on wood, it'll happen.
Thank you so much, Reckless, who says, had Sheet Day make me happy with Squeetus news, please. Squeetus is in the world and happy and well, maybe not happy, but very healthy.
That's one sour-looking kid. Tell you
She
what.
was mad as fuck.
Like, why'd you take me out? I was comfy.
It's mean to do that to kids.
How the hell did you get 49 dislikes?
I don't know.
It's mean to give birth to a kid.
I annoyed somebody.
Well, let's hear about your humpiture then.
Yeah.
It's Scribe's turn. I always go last because I usually have more than anyone, and so Scribbles, what you got?
Let's see. I did say lots of stuff today, so let me see if I can. Yeah, so there was more Joe Biden news. At the beginning of his gaggle, a reporter asked Joe Biden his impression of Keene, New Hampshire, the town he was visiting. His response, quote, "What's not to love about Vermont in terms of the beauty of it? I mean, this is sort of a scenic, beautiful town. I like Keene a lot," unquote.
Oh.
And I just said, is anybody keeping score on all of these moments of cognitive failure? I mean, the occasional flub, sure, whatever. But Joe is on an unfortunate roll lately.
It's been bad.
It's been really bad.
He called Theresa May Margaret Thatcher again.
Okay, as someone who constantly flubs words and has to delete at least half of every take that I film for any video, I can't really judge Joe Biden for shenanigans because I'd be a hypocrite otherwise. But yeah.
Let's see. The other thing was there was a post today from 505 Games that said, "We've partnered with select female creators to introduce Remedy Games' newest protagonist, Jesse Faden, in the first streams for Control." That's the new game. Hashtag Women's Equality Day. And I said, hashtag Women's Equality Day equals hashtag Women's Exclusivity Day. Got it.
Don't we already have a Women's Day or month or something?
I don't know. The game itself, I watched some gameplay footage, and it looks interesting-ish. It looks kind of like if you took The Force Unleashed and set it into sort of an X-Files situation.
Yeah.
Makes sense. The one thing that I am interested about it is that one of the writers/directors on it is Sam Lake. That's the guy who was in charge of the original Max Payne, and he's actually the guy they modeled the face after for the first Max Payne. And not everything he touches turns to gold, but he's a really good writer. So anyway, and what else did I say? I talked about the guy and his 6-month-old daughter at the border. That was the Babylon Bee put out this story today. Portland police, quote, "We wish there was some kind of organized armed force that could fight back against Antifa."
Gotta love Babylon Bee.
That was funny. What else? Talked about that. There's this video of this strange cooking concoction going around. The video is almost 2.5 minutes long. It is the most heart-stopping looking thing. It is this multi-layered taco pizza cake.
Oh,
go onto my Twitter feed. It was just done a couple hours ago, basically.
Are all of my favorite food groups. Scribe.
It's got you mix up all this filling, and then you bake it between a couple of tortillas, and then you cover it all in cheese, and then you chill it for a while. And then you put it through another layer of stuff, and then you deep fry all the slices, and then you put them all together, and then you top it with like pepperoni and stuff, and then bake it again.
Scribe, stop. You're going to make me come.
I am? Okay.
Wow.
and then
real quick, hang on, over on the
Oh.
Streamlabs, Cryptic, thank you so much, who says Aaliyah is preparing for a remake of Queen of the Damned.
And the last thing I'll talk about, aside from the video of Aaliyah as a baby burrito, which is cute as all hell.
It is.
So SDA, in her infinite wisdom, put out a little ad about her book series, and she says new singed copies are available.
Oh my gosh!
And I said, I love it when my copies singed to me. And she says, "Ha! I already got made fun of for that, so it doesn't count now." And I talked about it on a stream, so it doesn't count now. And I said, "Oh, fine."
It always counts.
And then immediately after that, she posted a tweet that said, "New signed copies are available." And I said, "Oh, so now they don't sing? Canceled." And then her co-author, Addie, said, "Don't worry. Once we get an audiobook, it'll actually be set to music and sung. Blackwood's The Opera." And I responded with, "You will curse the day you did not do all that the Blackwoods asked of you." Dun, 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 dun. Anyway,
Wait. Was that what I think it was?
I don't know. What do you think it was?
You were referencing
What do you think it was?
the Phantom of the Opera?
Hey, congratulations.
Oh my gosh, I got that. I got that reference. Monkey, did you get that reference?
I'm not a fan of Phantom, so no.
Monkey,
I put it out of my head. What?
Monkey, come
I'm
on.
heterosexual.
Boy, hey, and Scribe's not.
That's debatable.
I'm getting booed. Oh, fine. Never mind then. Jesus.
No, I love good Scribe. I appreciate
No, you sang very well. I'm just not a fan.
I don't do opera.
Fan.
I tell you, I do birthday songs and other and Spanish songs and things like that. So sorry, geez, pardon me. God, oh, look at all this. Boo, boo, boo. Sad boy, fecund 3000. Boo, big chief fuzzy beard. Whatever.
Daniel says reference. Well played, sir. Reference. Instead of message. That's what we do here. Thank you, Reckless, who says that was just an excuse for Scribe to sing.
That's right. That's right. And that,
he doesn't need one. He can sing whenever he wants.
I appreciated it.
I am done now.
Are you?
You said you're done now?
I am done now.
Okay, sorry. Again, guys, you guys are just breaking, and it's all of you, so I know it's me. You're just
Okay.
breaking up a tiny bit for me. All right, we're going to start with this one because it's the dumbest one that I woke up to. It was from NBC News. Sean Spicer on ABC's Dancing with the Stars is a slap in the face to every American he lied to.
Oh, God.
And I actually read this because Kyle Griffin tweeted it out with the somebody. I don't follow Kyle. I don't know who the fuck he is. He works for MSNBC, but he tweeted it out with the with a quote from the article, and it says this: by inviting Spicer to be part of the new season, ABC and Dancing with the Stars are helping normalize the behavior that is undermining the pillars of our democracy.
Jesus Christ.
This is Dancing with the Stars. Calm down.
Having somebody on a dancing game show is helping to undermine our democracy.
God, and I thought they were drama queens when it was in high school. This is so much worse, Monkey. So much worse.
If anybody wanted an example of hyperbole, this would be it.
You mean your article?
No, that was me saying it. Not
Oh,
them.
I thought you were quoting the author. I was like, what the fuck?
No. I read that, and that literally, it's the first thing I read waking up. I'm like, the fuck are you on about? Seriously, he's not going to go up there and defend the president. He's going to go up there and dance, you moron.
You know how much they're increasing the viewership of his episodes now? By complaining about it like this? Like it's some big national scandal.
I hate these people. I really do. Like there's actual real world problems out there. And NBC is reporting on Dancing with the Stars on their news programs. Thank you again, Reckless Trucker, who says, gotta sleep and masturbate furiously. You have fun with that. Just remember, don't think of your mom. Do not think of your mom while you're masturbating. Think of your mom while you're masturbating is wrong. Do not think of your mom while you're touching yourself.
Mom, is that you?
Saying?
What's that?
Did that actually need saying, though? Like,
we do PSAs over on Monkey in the Morning, and that's one we've done.
oh,
And knowing is half the battle.
Indeed. We're an educational show.
Yes, we are.
Whatever.
See,
Boys.
Evil One there says, PewDiePie, congratulations. Indeed, PewDiePie got married, and I wish you and the missus a long, happy life together. And remember to go ahead and count now, so when you have to give her half your shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I got to say that I got into an argument today over gun control.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Does that explain 29 dislikes?
I don't know.
Love for
No,
one of the disliked, clearly some sort of organized effort to just speak up. I am too curious.
I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't care. I argued with two liberals, and I won't say they were productive conversations, but they were adult conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, and some of you are going to be like, what? One of them was with Jeff Holiday. And we'll get into what that was about in just a second. Thank you, Cryptic, who says, wait, that got to masturbate furiously while sleeping. Thank you, sir. Again, even in your sleep, don't dream of your mom while masturbating. Do not masturbate while dreaming of your mom. I'm here. I'm the educational monkey.
I can't believe that needs saying.
I'm not sure that it does, but we're here to educate people.
Okay.
Cory Booker tweeted this out. If you need a license to drive a car, you should need a license to buy and possess a gun. Some states are doing this already, and it saves lives. And I threw some numbers at him. I said around these are facts, guys. Around 40,000 people die each year from gun-related incidents. 2/3 of those are suicide. That is just fact. When they throw out that number, 40,000 people, you have to remember, it's like 22,000 of them actually kill themselves.
That was the other part of my fucketry. I responded to that by saying, James Bond, Agent 007, with a license to kill himself.
Indeed.
Oh, I saw this tweet you're talking about.
Real quick, thank you,
I-
Reckless Trucker. Before I sleep, hashtag I've done it. I hope you weren't thinking of your mom.
Jesus.
What were we going to say there, Sinatra?
Someone said, "I now do IDs."
Now do what?
IDs.
Oh,
Like you need an ID to vote.
yeah. The other thing is, if you think giving licenses is going to stop people from suicide, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. But then I also pointed out, even with licenses, around 40,000 people, about the same number, die in auto accidents every year. You don't hear anybody whining about it. Do you know how many people get hurt in auto accidents every year? I was actually shocked. I didn't realize it was this high.
Oh, it's tons.
3 million.
Yep. Of course, that ranges from anything from a fender bender where you get a little whiplash to, serious injury.
Well,
death, yeah.
I will help you out with that too. 2 million have life-altering injuries.
Okay.
That's still a lot.
Dave Bishop was the other one I was arguing with, and he came at me with, 80,000 people get hurt in gun accidents each year. I'm like, yeah, 3 million get hurt in auto accidents. Cory Booker's thing here, so it's like so many of the gun control nonsense they throw at us. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make people feel like, hey, we're doing something. That does nothing. And here's why. Most of the people hurt with guns, that gun was used intentionally. The vast majority of them. Do you know how many people die accidentally each year? The last year we have a number for was 2016. It was 495 people. You know what? Okay, you might say 495 people, but don't tell me you're out there talking about licenses because that's who you're talking about. You are talking about, the school shootings that we see, the mass shootings that we see. And you know what? In those cases, The guns were used the way a gun is intended. Now, it was used for what guns do, shooting things. It wasn't accidental, being my point. I'm not saying you're supposed to go out and shoot people. And more training, a licensing system, none of that is going to change it. None of that's going to change that. So stop it with the bullshit. If you don't have a plan, just go, look, I know we have a problem. I'll tell you. Me, Monkey, will tell you we have a problem in this country. 40,000 people are dying a year from gun-related violence, including, yes, the suicide. Our suicide rate, 20+ thousand people killing themselves with guns, that's an issue. You know what I want to also tell you? I don't know what the fucking fix is. But I do know a fucking license isn't going to do it, and blowing smoke up people's ass isn't going to do it. This is a bunch of feel-good nonsense, and this is the kind of shit that needs to stop because you're concentrating on this instead of even going out there and trying to find the actual fucking cause. I may be on a rant.
You go right ahead, boy.
No.
I hate this shit because it's a distraction. It's instead of going, look, we don't have an idea. We need to look into this further. And I know you don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. Or actually saying what it actually looks like. Look, society has changed and we have to figure out how we fucked up. Anyhow. Yeah, but I actually did. I had a very good conversation with both Dave and Jeff, and it was nice. It was nice to have that, especially after the one I accidentally had. What was that, yesterday?
Accidentally have.
You accidentally had a conversation.
I did. I was just making fun of some. Who was I making fun of?
You slipped on a banana peel and fell into a conversation.
Oh, it was Beto. I was making fun of Beto.
The way that she was dressed.
I know, right?
The way he look. The way he was eating that magic dirt, I couldn't help myself. No, I was just making a joke at Beto, and I wasn't expecting all the dumbasses to jump because I said guns. I was like, oh fuck yeah, I did, didn't I?
You were asking for it.
I was asking for it, unfortunately. However, in this case, I meant to have the conversation, and it was nice that the people who did jump in there were adults about it. I don't agree with them still because they both still think, licensing and mandatory classes is a good thing. I don't think it's going to do anything. Thank you, Cryptic. U.S. Marines have high suicide rates. Most die of self-inflicted gunshots to the head. It's a mental illness issue, and we need to address. I would agree. I would agree that's at least part of the issue, especially if you can narrow it down with Marines like that. Yeah, something's happening there, and it needs fixed. And making those Marines get a license isn't going to stop them from doing it. Anybody want to jump in there? I kind of just.
What was Jeff saying? Because I know he owns a few different guns.
Jeff was saying, as a gun enthusiast, he just supports a licensing system. He doesn't think it would be a bad idea because even if it did help, stop those 495 deaths, that's still stopping 495 deaths.
Is there any proof of this?
What, that it would stop them?
Yeah.
No.
Of course.
Because here's the thing: even if you license these people and show them exactly how to use a gun and how you're supposed to put it up properly, don't put it up loaded, don't leave it around where a kid can get to it. Some people are just fucking dumb. Some people are just careless.
Just some.
So you're going to, you might save a couple of those. But look how many times have we all heard don't text and drive? Every time we go down the fucking highway, I see somebody texting and driving, and we live in a small town USA. It's not like I live on a travel down I-95 and there's, just thousands of cars that we see. We see like 10, and there's always at least 2 people fucking driving and texting. Thank you, Cryptic. We are trained in it. It's not the gun. Indeed. I would agree. Man, I'm ranty about this one because it's pissing me off. It is. If you actually care, Corey, stop blowing smoke up people's ass and go look for something that might actually help.
Corey is just spitballing at this point because his campaign is flagging into nothingness.
That's the thing, though, is he doesn't. He's just trying to get points with his base, and apparently his base is Jeff Holiday.
Yeah, I mean, he's a liberal. Let's see what else. So I went upstairs today and was playing with Pumpkin.
Aww.
And I showed Lady Monkey a picture of Aaliyah that Satsu had sent me. And she goes, "Show Pumpkin." And so I showed her, and she stole my phone. She stole my phone. She loves the pictures of the baby. She'd been looking at it on Lady Monkey's phone. But she's not careful, so she kept accidentally slipping it off. And she'd hold it up to me and yell at me like I had done it.
Monkey.
So I'd fix it, and then she's already trained. She'd just yell at me and say it's my fault. Now this one, I hope sparks us a little bit of a conversation, because I'm curious what you three. Sorry, I almost said two.
I don't know. I don't want to accidentally get into a conversation.
Well, this one's gonna. Greg Abbott, governor of Texas. He tweeted this out. Many people, especially women, get unwanted sexually explicit pictures by text or social media. It's disgusting. Now it's illegal in Texas. They passed a law in Texas making it illegal to send dick pics, basically. And I'm curious what you guys think, because I get it. I do. But it seems weird to me to make that illegal. Just
across the board, or like if it's a consenting adults or something? I mean, what?
If it's what's the word he used? Unwanted.
Well, I mean, there's laws against indecent exposure. So this is just a sort of digital extension of that, I suppose.
As someone who frequently receives Richard Nixon pictures, I don't really have a problem with it. No, I'm just kidding.
Sinatra, you got a take on that?
Sorry, not really, because I don't send dick pics, so I don't care.
Well, I don't either, but I mean, like I said, you could extend it to say it is the same kind of action undertaken by people who expose themselves in public. So,
yeah, I don't think it's gonna stop dick pics from getting sent.
Well, if they find a way to enforce it, it might discourage. But yeah, that's just like we have laws against indecent exposure. It still happens. So
how do you prove that is their Nixon, though? I mean, like, what if it's just any old Nixon that they're sending you?
Yeah. Well, the act in and of itself of sending it unwanted doesn't have to be yours.
It's just any old Nixon.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be yours if you send somebody an unwanted, sexually explicit picture. Yeah,
that's fair.
Are you going to talk? I will get those super chats in just a moment. I have a baby in my lap.
A baby?
But she won't talk.
That's why I started using Nixon instead of the other thing.
Can you say hi?
Hi.
Can you improve my keyboard?
Hello, Pumpkin.
I can make funny noises.
Yeah, she was just slapping my keyboard. Are you going to talk? She was yelling earlier today. She's a very, very happy baby. Oh, I know. Hang on. Let's do this. Ba-da-ba-da. Want to see Aaliyah? Chat. Nope, that's the wrong. You're not going to like that picture. There we go. Who's that? Look. Can you say, ah?
We need to set up a play date immediately.
There she goes.
I'm melting. My heart.
She's smiling at her mama, and then she's turned back to slap my keyboard. Okay, she's probably not going to talk.
Weibo's ovaries are popping.
Dude.
Okay.
Low key.
Let's be honest. Okay, real quick, Ragnar, thank you so much. I've been seeing a lot of conspiracies on how gun control always pops back in the direct correlation to reports about money issues with the welfare state, and how when they can't pay off the poor anymore, they don't want us to be armed. What do you think? Do you think that's true?
I think we should be armed.
You think that's true? She's just smiling at me. And Chicago Mike, thank you so much. Is Anthony Weiner living in Texas?
No, he's living with his wife again, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Apparently, he's been allowed to move back in with his wife.
Oh.
And was there another one? Thank you, Mr. Scott, who says, can you sing a few lines of Me and Mrs. Jones, but replace Mrs. Jones with Weebo Jones?
What's that? What is this?
It's a song.
It's a song.
The only line I know is like the chorus / line or whatever. So.
Oh fuck!
She just blew a kiss. Did you guys hear that?
Aww.
I'm melting again.
YouTube just tweeted out about how great it is that PewDiePie got married and reached 100 million subscribers.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, YouTube is suddenly backing him up. They even put no way. Did I see that right?
Hang on.
Well, I'm gonna bring this up in a
You
screen
guys
share.
have this for just a minute. Sorry.
I gotta find the exact moment. Hold on. All right, he's doing the brofist. Do you see it?
Uh-huh.
No. Where?
Did you see that?
Are
No,
you
what?
sharing your screen?
Right.
Doesn't Monkey need to be presenting that?
Maybe.
Right there.
Nope.
Yeah. I think it's under Monkey's control, I think.
There you go, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, they brought her down hoping that she'd
66 million. All right, we're gonna go frame by frame.
While you're doing that, thank you, Cryptic. Off topic, Andrew Luck just retired from the NFL. I saw that. That was trending #1 on my Twitter. And while we're doing this, guys, it's your time. Questions, comments, concerns, throw them into the chat now. I will do my best not to ignore half of them.
Do you see what I see?
I see a pug.
Do you see what I see?
That's a Nazi salute.
Yeah, it's the pug doing the salute
Uh-oh.
Oh,
in the thing. That is, maybe it's one of the meme reviews. So is that Count Dankula's dog being tweeted out by Team YouTube?
Uh-oh.
Is it? Oh, that would be awesome.
Look,
That would be awesome if that turns out to be. What's the dog's name?
Buddha.
Buddha, yeah. Buddha.
Buddha.
he's a good dog.
Because if not, we need to find out what dog that is and tell the Scottish police.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. We're good
Dog.
Scottish citizens, don't you know?
I said Count Dankula's dog is black. One of them.
He's
Yeah,
got two.
he's got two pugs. Buddha's the black one.
No, the black
isn't
one
he?
is named something else.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm
Buddha's
confused.
the normal looking one.
That's right.
Mhm.
A tan or whatever.
As to that last story about the dick pics and stuff, I kind of get the whole analogy to like flashing because somebody brought that up in the comments. If it's actually your dick, but if it's not, I mean, can you just leave porn laying on somebody's porch? Is that illegal?
Oh, that reminds me.
That reminds you of something, Sinatra?
I was going to bring up the argument I got in with Sofane the other day about impersonating Jordan Peterson.
Oh, right.
He says suddenly, because Jordan Peterson threatened legal action against the site that does the deep fake on his voice.
Mhm.
Said, "Oh, look! Suddenly he's not for free speech. Like, is impersonating a doctor free speech? Especially when you're trying to get it to say blatantly awful things that can be used for libel."
Yeah.
And he said, "I don't know. I'm not a comedian."
Oh. Oh boy. Monkey on the whole thing about the dick pics.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, devil's advocate. If it's not your penis, you could still make the argument that it qualifies as sexual harassment, which is a crime and can be a crime depending on where you're at and the circumstances. Because if I leave pornography, just as an example, on the desk of a coworker, that could be considered sexual harassment and then qualify as a criminal act.
But I thought that was more of like a civil
That's
thing.
what I thought. Civil.
It depends. Like I say, I'm not a legal expert, but sexual harassment. There are like federal laws against sexual harassment and depending on again how it's interpreted, it could be considered sexual assault or a threat or something these days, especially.
Well, here's the first question that's actually kind of related to this. What if you post a random dick pic on Twitter? Will the law get you? Because it's not illegal to post porn on Twitter.
And Twitter is more of a public space than DMs are.
Yeah, but you've made a conscious decision to follow whoever.
Not necessarily. Okay, so I follow a lot of my own like followers, and sometimes they like those kinds of things.
Oh, that's true.
And so I get that in my newsfeed from time to time, and sometimes it happens during class, and I'm like, crap.
But
Twitter
it wasn't sent to you. It would have to be a conscious act on the part of the person sending it to target you in doing it.
Well, yeah.
Something put up on a public bulletin board that you happen to glance at doesn't make you the target or a victim. At least that would be my argument if I was on the defense.
It's one I'm having a hard time with because I get the argument about like flashing people. The one about, if you left a naked picture on somebody's desk, I'm not sure you should go to jail for that. As long as if it's a picture of you, that still is bad.
What exactly does the law say is the consequences? Do you have that?
I don't know. That's
okay.
What I saw was just his tweet.
That's what I was wondering. Is it actually incarceration? Is it a fine? Is it something else? I mean, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to look it up. We can. We'll check it out. What the fuck is with Popeyes and Chick-fil-A war? Oh, and PewDiePie hit 100 million. Oh yeah, I get. Look, I'm happy PewDiePie hit 100 million because it's just another fuck you to the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah.
Because fuck them. As for the war between Popeyes and Chick-fil-A, we've had.
It's a marketing ploy. Let's be honest. I mean, either way, they get their names in the paper.
Yeah, we've had fast food wars since fast food chains began.
And cola wars.
And there's no, in that situation, Chick-fil-A is obviously the better sandwich.
Yeah.
Have you not had Popeyes?
Have you had Chick-fil-A?
No, actually, I've never eaten Chick-fil-A in my entire life. So
I haven't had Popeyes in a long, long, long time. But I've never had a better chicken sandwich than Chick-fil-A.
All right, I guess we're gonna have to disagree or agree to disagree.
No, you're just wrong. Ebony asks, Scribe, would you get a tramp stamp?
No.
I bet
that was easy.
Really cute on you though, Scribbles.
No.
Do you got a tramp stamp, Weewa?
No, I don't have any tattoos yet.
What would you get if you did?
Oh, okay. So I'd probably get my all-time favorite quote line ever tattooed somewhere on my body in the shape of like a skull. Because I'm hardcore like that. And it's that Oppenheimer translation of
I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Yes, and I don't know why, but that's my all-time favorite quote.
Because it's from Hunt for Red October.
No, actually, that's not why.
Yes, it is. That is why it is your favorite quote.
But I've never seen that movie.
I don't give a shit.
Doesn't matter.
I don't care. That is why.
Evil One asks, why do babies cry when they're born? Because nobody wants to give up a womb with a view. Wow. Lots of, we're way behind. I'm trying, guys. When will Satsu return? I'm not sure. He's got a wife with recent surgery and a baby to take care of. So whenever he gets back, we're happy to have him.
He's got as much time off as he wants.
Can I make a side comment?
Yes, of course.
Anytime I see the baby, I have like an explosion of the ovaries, right? And then if I happen to be around boyfriendo, he gives me a look of like, don't even think about it, bitch.
Yeah, not yet. Not yet.
I can't say that I blame him. I got the same look today, and I just shook my head.
Over on the Streamlabs, thank you so much, Cult of Krill, who says, first time I saw a Popeye's chicken restaurant, somehow my brain read it as Pope Yes Chicken.
Pope Yes. The most blessed of chickens.
Indeed.
I do have to say, in just straight up chicken, Popeyes wins. But in chicken sandwiches, easily Chick-fil-A.
Like I said, I've never had Chick-fil-A, so I have nothing to compare it to.
KFC is the best overall chicken. Scribe Light, what if I send images of dildos? Well, that would still qualify. I mean, that's
I don't. First off, I don't want images of dildos. Thank you. Secondly, I don't think they could charge you with a crime for that unless you could again prove some kind of digital harassment to deal with it.
Well, Scribe, I don't really think you get a choice in the matter of whether or not you receive dildos.
Well, but I can block them.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I can.
Jack asks if you can be charged with identity theft for sending dick pics of someone else's dick.
Now, that would be funny.
If you send a dick pic generated from an algorithm making Jordan Peterson's dick pic, is it libel?
Yes.
Okay.
But only in Canada.
Oh, all right.
Speaking of Canada, Pinkala says, laugh my ass off ranting. According to some bot website, you are meaner than Undoomed. Yes. Why am I meaner? Because I call people fucking retards all the time?
Probably.
Dear Dumbass, remember that?
That was a great series that yeah. Hey, AP, how you doing, man? I hope you are well. Hope you're keeping that heart healthy.
Why don't you start it up again? You're just going to get demonetized anyway.
Yeah, you know what? I can't. Well, because I don't know if that one will count as harassment.
Right. Okay.
Well, I could do it. I mean, oof. I don't know. I could probably do it with Twitter responses, just not do it to YouTube responses. Lords of the Night, have you had broiled lamb? I've never had lamb. It's something I really want to try.
It's good.
I had lamb lasagna this week, and it was
I've had lamb gyros before. That's about as much as I've had lamb, I think.
Sinatra says, what are your thoughts on the situation between Ion Fury and Reset Era?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Ion Fury's it's Duke Nukem, except it's a female protagonist. I've seen a speed run of it already, and as I was watching everything, I kept thinking this is Duke Nukem. I mean, it's a good takeoff on Duke Nukem. It's very retro, but apparently 2 levels to this quote unquote controversy. One, a couple of the developers in a Discord were recorded, or either in text or voice, I don't know which, as insulting social justice warriors as nut jobs or something.
how dare they wrong.
And then there are items in the game itself with suggestive names, like instead of oil of Olay, apparently there's a bottle somewhere as a sprite in the game that says oil of Ogay. And that is offensive and homophobic, and that makes the developers of Ion Fury evil. And I think the company already released an apology. So
They took it out of the game.
Yeah, they did remove the offensive material from the game, even though you're running around eviscerating people and blowing up bodies and shit. But who cares about that, right?
It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, the thing they said that they got in trouble for was they said that the people who let their kids be trans, little kids be trans, are insane or something like that.
There was that too. Yeah.
So there's a lot to that one. And do you have an opinion there, Sinatra?
Gotta go with the guys on not Reset Era, Ion Fury, but they fucking apologized and took stuff out of the game, so fuck them too.
There you go. Would you support allowing women to go topless the same way men can? Fuck yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do it myself.
Oh,
well, there's one reason not to. Look, guy, I do support it, but I think there's going to be a lot of guys out there who are going to be turned off with some titties, because there's the kind of woman that's going to be flashing her titties out. It's not going to be Girls Gone Wild. It's not. It's going to be Trailer Park Gone Wild. So strap in.
Okay, like sidebar, right?
Yes.
Half the appeal of titties is the fact that they're so mysterious underneath. Like, you just want to see more, right? Like, just if only there was a little bit of a nip slip. That's like more than half of the appeal, I would say. Am I wrong in this?
We can't help but look, and it's I don't think it's just because they're hidden. It's something innate in us.
well, okay, it's innate, sort of like how babies are attracted to breast milk, etc. It's just sort of instinctual in that way. Also, there's an instinct in men to seek out a fertile mate, and distinctive breasts are at least a sign to our lizard brain of a fertile mate.
Mhm.
That too. But Weebo's got a point about the whole mystery thing. It's like just seeing like full frontal naked pictures of women. Yeah, it can be. It depends on the woman, I suppose, but something about there being a mystery to it, something to fantasize about discovering on your own to some extent. That's what makes voyeur stuff so appealing to some people, or going to a striptease. That's the whole appeal of a striptease, is that you're gradually having this revealed to you.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny's mad at me because he grew up in a trailer park. It's not my fault. Just a little bit up there, somebody told you that they saw lots of boobs in the trailer park. Look, here's the thing. I've said this many times. This is the same for a nude beach. This would be the same for topless women. The people who do this kind of stuff are not the people you want to see naked. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, but which, if they were the people you'd want to see naked, they know how to monetize
it. They'd be thought somewhere online.
Exactly.
Fat chicks have this certain confidence that most normal girls don't have.
Holy crap. Wow. I'm so far behind. It just jumped, and I'm trying to find where we were. Jesus. Weebo, when's the next TGOS?
Oh, I don't know if you guys heard, but SDA is doing our own thing now, and so that means that there probably won't be one.
Hey, maybe you should join Ghost Poo.
No females.
Oh.
And
wow.
Input.
Sexist.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing my own thing though.
Oh, okay.
No females there either. So you should be good.
I can't.
Monkey, when is nipple pinching night? I don't know. You have to talk to Lady Monkey. Is Red October a drug for Scribe? No, it's just a great movie he likes.
It's a movie. It's the best movie ever made.
Can I put money down on the inevitable Squeetus versus Pumpkin MMA fight?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little video where like the parents are just like holding them up underneath their little arms, just kind of wiggling them at each other as they like stare at each other blankly.
I would die. That would be great. I want that.
Right?
Someone on Twitter just called Joe Biden the Gaff Factory.
He is.
He is, but more so lately. It's just it's almost disturbing. Like, I think you guys are putting a senile old man on a stage, and I think you're going to regret it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Sinatra, any interest in joining me and Ghastly for the game stream on Tuesday? Asked Jack.
Maybe. I that's the answer I always give you, Jack. Maybe.
That's the answer I give anybody when they ask, because it's like I don't know, especially if it's that far away. After seeing Squeetus, am I the only one getting the maternal look from their left hand?
Yes, you are. You should consult a doctor about that.
Peterbilt asks, what about horse cocks? Are you talking about sending?
Well, if you want to learn about horse cocks, hit up my Streamlabs.
What the heck?
People doesn't know. Go to my Streamlabs.
Sinatra.
You'll find out.
Should we be worried?
No.
Yeah, because it's illegal in Texas.
Sinatra. God damn it. Sinatra, is your channel ever going to be remonetized, or is it gone forever, you think?
I don't know. I talked to Vincent James about this at length the other night. He thinks that the channels are going to get remonetized. They're just trying to stick it to us. So my optimistic side kind of likes to lean towards that, but pessimism kind of leads me to now we're fucked.
For the record, the Wonderful Nuts has been putting Streamlab links in for me, Sinatra, and Weebo all night because she's a sweetheart. If you guys got the right to run Google, what would you do? I would just make it I'd make their stuff open, actually, instead of being lying dicks.
I would try to bring the algorithm back to like 2007, so it just shows the most prevalent stuff per search.
Anyone else?
Gosh, I don't know. I'd probably build a castle.
Fair enough.
I don't know what I would do.
Weebo would have her legs extended.
You know,
Yeah,
stretch
actually, no,
those bones.
I'd get taller.
Didn't Monkey in the Morning have a dick of the week? Yes, we did.
Actually, I take it back. If I had access to Google's vast largesse, yeah, I'd turn back everything to the simplistic ways of 2007, 2008 for Google, and take all the wealth, riches, and invest in Moonbase.
Weebo, is it true that women feel self-conscious about having small boobs? How the fuck would she know?
Exactly.
Oh, I've never had small boobs. I came out of the womb like this.
Yeah, she's got like cantaloupes on her chest.
I wish I didn't. I'm self-conscious about having big boobs, so you do what
Are you
that.
Don't be.
Huh?
Are you really?
Well, yeah, okay. See, because depending on the shirt you're wearing, like getting dressed is very hard for me. Shopping for clothes is very hard for me because the intention is to look good, right? And if I wear the wrong shirt, I look fat because there's this thing called a circus tenting effect, where if
Yes.
your boobs jut out from your chest too far, anything that's not like tight fitting around your waist, circus tents
It drapes.
it
Drapes
drapes
over.
basically over your boobs where they stop instead of like where they wouldn't, as one would think. And I explained this to my father, this phenomenon, and he's like, I've never heard of that. And I said, well, that's because you don't have big boobs, Dad. And he asked his girlfriend, and she's like, yeah, I've never heard of that. And I had to stop myself, but I was like, yeah, that's because you also don't have big boobs, lady.
You got the little titties.
You've got tiny boobs.
There was a there was a girl in my high school that always wore the loosest clothing and everything, and she always looked kind of sad and didn't really pay attention. But then one day somebody told me, yeah, that girl, she had breast reduction surgery. And I was like, what? Because she was only like 16 or 17 or something. And yeah, I was like, yeah, she wore all those loose clothes because like she had huge boobs. And I'm like, oh, I never saw them.
Cryptic says you need to tell people how much for the horse cock. Let me
Wait. What about me?
let me check my Best Buy receipt because I would like to make a little.
Wait, what?
We'll call it $31.98.
I still don't know what's going on. And I did check your Streamlabs, and I don't know what's going on still.
And I need Fitty. Let's see.
Never
Where we
mind.
at?
Lion get through 10 a minute ago. So
Do any of you remember the Kung Fu TV series? Both of them.
Yes.
Think something like that could be made today, or one of those. Leave it alone, please.
Kung Fu: The Legend Continues. Well, obviously, you couldn't have a David Carradine do it because he wasn't actually a Shaolin monk Chinese or anything.
And you need one of those to do one of those.
These days you would. But I could see them trying to remake it, but they'd have to make sure they were being culturally sensitive, etc. So, sure.
Weebo,
What?
I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Do you want some horse cock?
Not really.
Monkey?
Yes.
Am I supposed to?
Scribe?
That's a crime.
All right.
What's going on?
You'll see.
Is it a sound effect?
Shh. Just let it happen.
I don't want to.
It didn't go through?
It hasn't come through.
I have to.
What's
One
going
second.
You get that fixed. Angry asked me why I don't have credit cards for Streamlabs. Because Streamlabs changed it where depending on what bank you have, it'll send my address to whoever donates with a credit card.
Yep.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, you better check on that. That's the reason I don't have Streamlabs is because my bank, as far as I know, that's going to happen.
Oh boy.
Welcome back.
I just had to do a quick restart.
That's fine.
No.
Lion Patriot says horsecock for Weebo, and Gulf City Scott Marsh for exactly $31.98 says horsecock for Weebo. I'll play it. Here we go.
No.
'Cause there is no cock like horse cock. Send your asshole into shock. You need horse cock, of course cock. Grab the loop and slam the day away. As I take more cock, horse cock. Shut the door and turn the lock. Is your cock a horse cock? You will never hear me saying nay.
Why do
That-
you have that?
Long story.
But it was a staple over there on the GPP.
It also made Scribe like $200 Australian one night.
Yeah, that was something else. Yeah, that was.
It ain't make me shit. The fuck. Anyhow,
Guys, give Monkey. What is it? Let me pull up the receipt again. $31.98 for another one for Monkey.
Why is it $31.98 though?
Because I had to buy shit at Best Buy today.
Okay, we got 6 minutes left. Lords and I, if you had to be a sex toy, what would it be? Why? And what celebrity would you be used by, and why? That's
really interesting.
Obviously, the Scribe brand plunger, and it would be Lilith Lust using it.
I would be a big red dildo owned by Taylor Swift.
I would be Stacey Dash's dildo. Absolutely.
Oh. Weebo.
I don't have a good answer for this. Like I don't have any answer for this, but I don't have a good answer for this either.
There wouldn't be a Weebo sex robot.
I would be a.
Owned by Scribe.
Hey, shush.
I would be a fleshlight.
Oh my god.
And I would be a rather large fleshlight because obviously Dick Grayson has a big dick. He counts as a celebrity. There we go.
Oh, okay.
The pissed off Shih Tzu says, "How much is 200 Australian to US dollars? I don't know, like $15."
It's enough.
It's something like 130 or something.
It's like 15.
It's more than that. I would think, right?
135.
Yeah.
Scrolling back for questions. Let's see which ones I missed here because I jumped again. Which dinosaur would you train?
Stegosaurus.
None.
A Stegosaurus.
T-Rex.
I would run from them and hide. Wait, we've never heard horsecock. Well, now she has. Okay, I think we're
What
caught
do you
up.
think of the horsecock, Weeba?
What song is that called? I need it for research purposes.
It's called horsecock.
I just Google "no cock like horsecock."
That's what came up.
What is
No,
the
it was
difference
sent to me
between-
by someone. Let me see if I can find it.
Dirty Nerd says, "What is the difference between flashing a child and sending them someone else's dick pic?" About 10 years.
Ba-dum-bum.
Wow, I was thinking it was 350. Guys, don't forget, after this, I will be over on Ranting Monkey Games playing some No Man's Sky, having a little fun over there tonight. And I'm awake for this one. I will remember what we're doing. Stacey hot. Yes, Stacey Dash is amazing. Have you seen her? Oh my God, that one was in her 50s.
I sent it to you, Weeba.
Okay, thanks.
Did you guys see John Ward's new video?
Yes.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
It is very good.
The last one I saw was the Don Lemon putting his dick juice on somebody's mustache.
Well, that's what today's video was, but he goes at it from an entirely different angle.
Oh, he took another shot at it?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely check that. I love John Ward. He's funny as shit. Holy shit, 42E. Who's got a 42E? Oh, and thank you, Nuts, for throwing the link in there.
42E like cup size?
I'm guessing.
Also, give Monkey money so you guys can get another dose of the horsecock.
Yeah, you only got like 1 minute to get that in before we'll miss it completely.
You miss your window. No more horsecock for you.
No more. Oh wow. Oh well.
There you go.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Medic. With no message. I appreciate it. Sinatra, if you would be so kind.
Oh, that's lucky. That just goes to 33.77 real money.
Those are
Cause
good.
there is no cock like horse cock. Send your asshole into shock. You need horse cock, of course cock. Grab the loop and slam the day away. As I take more cock, horse cock. Shut the door and turn the lock. Is your cock a horse cock? You will never hear me saying nay.
Beautiful.
And there you go. Thank you so much for that, Sinatra. And thank you, Manic, for the donation there. Oh, man. So, I don't see any more questions. Is there anything that
Test subject 305 says, I die a little inside every time I hear this.
Sad Boy says, is the baby born with 2 thumbs on one hand? No, baby's perfectly fine. There's actually pictures.
Face, that's all the only thing.
Dude, I
go
was
look at
walking
pictures
around Best Buy whistling that fucking song.
That song gets stuck in my head sometimes. It really does.
I'll get a random text throughout the day from Shelly saying, I was just singing Horsecock at work.
Just tell her not to do that. It's not professional. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for the donations. You guys have been very, very generous, and I appreciate it. Weibo, Sinatra, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And Scribe, a pleasure as always. The best wishes we could possibly even have to Satsu and the young one and Squishy. I'm so happy for them. I really, really am. And with that, guys, your lives make us sad. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
'Cause there is no cock like horse cock. And your